We do. Same pilot. And we do. We roughly pilot. 35, 40 minutes of fuel. And we do. We roughly pilot. Sounds good. All right. This is a larger contingent, perhaps from the original squad there that are moving into the south side of Royce Hall. I think they see the opportunity for somewhat easier access than that other staircase, but it seems like they've almost divided it in half, maybe. Are they? All right. So that front line there, that front line of students appears to be putting their hands up, some of them at least, and just giving up. We'll see if they can advance through those bushes here or maybe tear down that blockade. But it looks like not much resistance from that first group of students. The students are actually removing the blockade and moving the barricade from the stairs.
He knew it was a lie. He knew it because he met with his son, Hunter Biden's.
Good morning. Before I head to North Carolina, I wanted to speak for a few moments about what's going on our college campuses here. We've all seen the images, and they put to the test two fundamental American principles. Excuse me. The first is the right to free speech and for people to peacefully assemble and make their voices heard. The second is the rule of law. Both must be upheld. We are not an authoritarian nation where we silence people or squash dissent. The American people are heard. In fact, peaceful protest is in the best tradition of how Americans respond to consequential issues. But neither are we a lawless country. We are a civil society, and order must prevail. Throughout our history, we've often faced moments like this because we are a big, diverse, free-thinking, and freedom-loving nation. In moments like this, there are always those who rush in to score political points. But this isn't a moment for politics. It's a moment for clarity. So let me be clear. Peaceful protest in America. Violent protest is not protected. Peaceful protest is. It's against the law when violence occurs. Destroying property is not a peaceful protest. It's against the law. Vandalism, trespassing, breaking windows, shutting down campuses, forcing the cancellation of classes and graduations. None of this is a peaceful protest. Threatening people, intimidating people, instilling fear in people is not peaceful protest. It's against the law. Dissent is essential to democracy, but dissent must never lead to disorder or to denying the rights of others so students can finish the semester and their college education. Look, it's basically a matter of fairness. It's a matter of what's right. There's the right to protest, but not the right to cause chaos. People have the right to get an education, the right to get a degree, the right to walk across the campus safely without fear of being attacked. But let's be clear about this as well. There should be no place on any campus, no place in America for anti-Semitism or threats of violence against Jewish students.
The staircase now, walking away with their hands up, being led down the back of Royce Hall. Dozens of students now being escorted away from Royce Hall with their hands up, and officers now making their way down the staircase. I think CHP sees an opportunity here to maybe negotiate with some of these people on the leading edge of the encampment. Perhaps. All right, some barricades coming down. They're going to penetrate this wall here pretty quickly, I think. CHP officers looking for any opening to get in there and penetrate that corner of the quad where it is, again, it's been heavily fortified throughout the day, and now they are starting to rip away at the barricade that is holding up some of that wood. They have stockpiled tons of wood over the course of the last 24 hours, and you can see that a bulk of the people in this encampment have gravitated to either side of the encampment, where there are now two sets of CHP officers attempting to penetrate the perimeter of this encampment. They've opened this side. This is the walkway that leads to the front of Royce Hall. I think that leads to the front door, if I'm not mistaken. It's a foyer that kind of leads to the front of the building here. It looks like it may be penetrated. There are a whole group of supporters and protesters under that roof there, and you can see umbrellas trying to conceal, or maybe I don't know what they're doing with those umbrellas, quite frankly. But it's bad luck, right? They're tearing apart at that barricade.
Verboten. Akjudin. Die kosten met je. Captain. Wat is de giving verboten? Akjudin. Die kosten met je. Captain. Wat is de giving verboten? Akjudin. Die kosten met je. Captain.
Still, yeah.
I do not in any way believe that there is or ever will be an attempt by Israel to commit genocide. In the sense of trying to murder all Gazans or all Palestinians. There is a much more serious desire among people in power to carry out what could be called ethnic cleansing. Our government is talking very openly about trying, rather than let people return to their homes in Gaza, to get them to move somewhere else in the world. There are absolutely people within our society who would do the same in the West Bank.
Nur Shamsin pakolaisleiri länsirannalla. Nur Shams on arabiaa, se tarkoittaa auringonpaistetta. Monina öinä kun aurinko laskee, niin painajainen leirissä alkaa.
اللي كنت احكي انه من اسبوعين دخلوا بكميات كبيره باليات اعداد كبيره جدا، اجتاحوا كل المخيم، اخرجوا كل الناس من بيوتها، فتشوا كل المنازل، اعتدوا على المواطنين بالضرب والاهانات، كسروا بيوت الناس، دمروا الشوارع، دمروا البنيه التحتيه، خربوا كهرباء، ما في مي عندنا هون موجود في المخيم. صارت عندنا حياه يائسه جدا، حياه صعبه للمعيشه.
Eläkkeellä oleva kenraali Slobo Brom sanoi, että armeija pelkäsi sitä, että Gazan jälkeen myös länsiranta leimahtaa.
We couldn't afford an escalation in the West Bank. So the conclusion is clear. You have to put it down quickly. They are putting explosives in the roads, waiting for vehicles, IDF vehicles, to explode it. So the most effective ways of doing it, if you know that there are explosives, you remove them with a bulldozer.
Nur Shamsissa näkyvät Israelin armeijan puskutraktoreiden jäljet. Satoja koteja on tuhottu, vedet ja sähköt katkottu, ihmisiä pakotettu jättämään kotinsa. Osamel Alin tyttärien makuhuoneessa ei ollut räjähteitä. Silti sekin tuhottiin.
كنا نايمين الساعة 11 بالليل، ما عدينا إلا الجرافات جاي، طبعا مش جرافات، دي 9. قامت بالتجريف، وهنا كانت غرفة أطفالي، غرفة البنات تاعوني. بلشت التجريف وكل الوسخ والهذا فوتته عندي على الغرفة. فيش عندي البنات يعني خافن، طلعت من الباب الثاني. أما صارت تجرف الجرافة طلعت من الباب الثاني، نزلت عند دار أهلي تحت. لسه لما نزلنا عند دار أهلي تحت فاتت الجرافة عند دار أهلي وصارت تضرب بالبيت. ولا شيء، الجيش همجي هذا، بس شغل تخريب ودمار فقط لا غير. بس شغل تخريب ودمار. يعني بنية تحتية، شوارع، دور، ما لهاش شيء يعني. عندي 3 أولاد، 10 سنين، 5 سنين، 1.5 سنة. بنات 10 سنين بالصف الثالث، واللي عندي بالصف الأول، والبنت الصغيرة. كتبهم ووعيهم كله تحت الردم هون كانت الخزانة كلها تحت، مش عارف أطول إشي. الحمد لله.
بعد 7 أكتوبر اجتاحونا 8 مرات. تجتاحنا قوات إسرائيلية بيجوا في الليل بجرافات ودبابات وقوات من الجيوش بيقتحموا المخيم، بيجرفوا الشوارع، بيقنصوا على الدور، بيهدموا المحلات التجارية. فهم بيجوا يعني في الليل والناس نايمة وبيدمروا، حتى الأطفال عندنا بينزعجوا من صوت الدبابات وصوت الزنانات اللي بضلها تزن طول الليل لحد إنهم بيجوا يقصفوا. فكثير طلع لنا يعني لو تلاحظ الدمار مش هين، والدمار ما بوقع على حدا يعني بيروح يطق عليهم، الدمار بوقع على ناس مسالمين ما لهم يعني إنهم ما عندهم مقاومة، ما في حدا عندهم بيقاوم، ما فيش عندهم شباب بطخوا. تيجي لك على مرة مثلا هاي البيت هذا لمرة هي وامها في البيت ختيارة هدوا لها اياه. هاي البقالة لامرأة أرملة بتعيش عايشة منها ومعيش أولادها برضو هدوا لها المحل. هيئتنا في هسه شايف مقاوم، شايف الشارع مقاوم؟ لا، لكن لما بفوتوا المقاوم بده يتصدى لهم، هو اللي هجم عليهم، هو اللي تعدى، هو اللي بيبدأ في العداء.
Yli 40 Nur Shamsin asukasta on kuollut armeijan iskuissa Gazan sodan alkamisen jälkeen. Koko länsirannalla Israelin armeija on surmannut lähes 400 ihmistä. Määrä kasvaa.
فإحنا اليوم بنعيش في خطر، كل إنسان هنا بخاف على حياته من القتل من اليهود. يعني أنا بيتي واحد من الناس كنت موجود في بيتي، الجيش الإسرائيلي اجتاح هذا المخيم فبلش يطخ على بيتي، وبيتي لا يشكل أي خطر لأي إنسان، لا لجيش ولا لناس. بيتي بيت مسالم ما في خطر يعني منه بصدر على أي إنسان. فبلش الجيش يطلق النار على بيتي. فأنا اليوم وصلت لمرحلة إنه أنا بهرب أنا وأولادي ومرتي من البيت.
Kun Gazan sota alkoi, niin Israel sulki pääsyn länsirannalta Israeliin. Kalandian tiesululla Ramallah ja Jerusalemin välillä on hiljaista. Myös muilla tiesululla on hiljaista. Hyvin hiljaista. Ennen sotaa noin 150 000 ihmistä kulki päivittäin länsirannalta töissä Israelissa.
نعم احنا كنا قبل الحرب 50-60% من الشعب الفلسطيني وانا واحد من الجميع كنا نعمل في اسرائيل. كان وضعنا طبيعي جدا، كنا عايشين مبسوطين، في فلوس، في شغل. انا كنت اعمل في مجال البناء في اسرائيل، كنا نتقاضى اجر جيد وكنا عايشين مبسوطين، وكل شيء بدنا اياه نشتريه ويلبي احتياجاتنا. احنا بعد 7 اكتوبر بعد حرب غزة اليوم احنا عاطلين عن العمل. 95% من الطبقة الفلسطينية عاطلة عن العمل، لا يوجد لنا أي مصدر دخل. إحنا اليوم بالكاد نكفي قوت يومنا.
The Palestinians in general have good reasons to have grudges against Israel. I don't expect them to like Israel. They have no reason to like Israel. We have a terrible conflict for many years. They are under occupation. You know, on top of the fact that it's immoral to make the life of common people miserable only because they are Palestinians, why should we make them hate us more? I don't understand it. It is completely stupid.
بحارب الإرهاب. طب أنا ما عندي في أي إرهاب، أنت ليش تعتدي علي؟ تضربني، تعتقلني، بتقتلنا. شو أي سبب عندك؟ شو الهدف من هذا المغزى؟ يعني ما ضل عند الخيار عند الإسرائيليين إلا يهجرونا مثل ما هجرونا في 48. إحنا بنعيش حياة صعبة جدا في مخيم نور شمس وفي الضفة عامة يعني.
Miehitetyllä länsirannalla Israelin armeija ja siirtokuntalaiset ovat surmanneet viime vuonna ja erityisesti Gazan sodan alkamisen jälkeen enemmän palestiinalaisia kuin yli 20 vuoteen. Myös Jerusalemissa palestiinalaiset ovat ahtaalla. On perjantai. Muhammad Abu Hummus pyrkii Al-Aqsan moskeijaan rukoilemaan.
عندكم قرار حكومه فاشله يلا لك من تحليل يلا خورا خورا لك من تحليل خورا وامرت كنيس بدكنو بصوت خورا تسوى افخلوبه افخلوبه حكومه فاشله افخلوبه كلكم حراميه سراكين من بن كبير لنتنياهو فاشلين زباله خمه كلكم خلينا تعمل اسره قامت سلامين هيك زي ما انتم شايفين كيف فيش قرار يعني الضابط بقول ادخل والضابط بقول لا يعني منظر الفلسطينيين على هذا المكان زي منظر حكومة نتنياهو
Al-Aqsaan ei pääse myöskään kiertotietä. Poliisit katkaisevat tien.
בואו חבר'ה, בואו תעלו למעלה רק. אני מבקש בדרך יפה, דרך נעימה. יאללה. לראות אותו עד להגתה. אני מבקש בדרך יפה, בדרך נעימה. יאללה. בואו תעלו למעלה. אתה רואה שייך תעלה למעלה, תעלה. صابرين وبنصلي بالمقابر. وصابرين وبنسمع الخطبة من هون وبنكمل الصلاة برا. لكن اليوم حتى بالمقبرة مش مرتاحين لنا بدنا شيء نقعد نسمع الخطبه حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل لا اله الا الله يعني بتصلي لربك وبالشرع وبالدين الاسلامي ممنوع الصلاه بالمقابر بس عشان الاحتلال بنصلي جوا المقابر وان شاء الله ربنا اللي بيقبل يعني شوف كل هذول المصلين بشكلوا خطر على امن دوله الاحتلال اللي مدججين بالسلاح وبالنووي وكل اشي عندهم وبيخافوا من واحد يقول الله اكبر لربنا دي يصلي ربنا ممنوع بيخافوا عشان هيك اجى الامريكان واجوا الايطاليين وبريطانيا والمانيا عشان يحموا دوله اسرائيل
Kenties oikea ihminen arvioimaan Israelin politiikan moraalia on israelilainen uskonnollinen johtaja, rabbi.
Rabbi Arik Asherman, I've been leading Israeli human rights organizations for over 28 years. Currently, I'm the executive director of Torah Tzedek, the Torah of Justice. The police absolutely hate me. They look for every excuse to keep me from doing my work.
תתרחק, בבקשה להתרחק. חבר, שים לב מה החברים שלך מצאו. בסדר? בבקשה להתרחק.
Arik Asherman puolustaa miehitetyn länsirannan palestiinalaisia Israelin juutalaissiirtokuntien asukkaiden mielivaltaa vastaan.
שים לב.
I would have burned out long ago, having been doing this for over 28 years. My beard was red when I started. If I didn't believe in the basic goodness and decency of the vast majority of my fellow Israelis. I can be very frustrated. I can be very angry. I can be very embarrassed at what we are doing. Often I think when many Israelis don't really understand what's being done in their name.
Hamas hyökkäsi Israelin 7. lokakuuta. 5 päivää sen jälkeen militantit, juutalaiset, siirtokuntalaiset hyökkäsivät länsirannalla olevaan Wadi Sikin beduinikylään.
كان الهدف من التخريب والهجوم على هذول السكان ترحيلهم من هاي المنطقة وإخلاءها من السكان. ما كان في إيش بيتي يعني كان غرف نوم، مطبخ، مزارع للمواشي، كانت عندي مضافة هاي شق نقعد فيه أنا وسكان التجمع. شوف اللي صار معنا، إحنا في نقطة يعني بدنا لازم نوضحها في كل وقت ونحكي فيها. إحنا من وادي السيق إحنا ما رحلنا ولا كان عندنا يوم من الأيام مفكرين إن نرحل. إحنا موجودين في وادي السيق إلنا أكثر من 40 سنة. الإسرائيليين استغلوا فترة الحرب وعملوا هجوم منسق وهجموا على هذول السكان واطلعوهم تحت التهديد واطلاق النار والضرب. الناس طلعوا ودشروا بيوتهم ودشروا كل شيء وراهم، ما رحلوش. في فرق كبير بين اللي رحل واخذ بيته بين اللي طلع طرد تحت سيطرة القوة.
Armeija esti Ari Kassermanin pääsyn länsirannalle 2 päivää ennen Wadi Sikin tuhoamista.
Settlers and soldiers came in and went house to house in Wadi Sik, beating people, stealing from people, telling them at gunpoint, you must be out of here in an hour. And we did have activists there. Maybe hubris, I think that if I had been there, I might have been able to change what happened. Oh, I can't say for sure. They are looking for every excuse, even more than in the past, to keep me out of the West Bank. 15 days, you can't go into the territories.
Okay, same thing.
And at that point, I do what I often do. I refuse to sign. And so then you are sent to jail until you go before a judge. And I also went on a water-only hunger strike.
Now, after 2 days at the jail, Rabbi Arik Asherman was released. Arik wants to say something. Please, Arik.
I'm continuing a water-only hunger strike, which I began the minute I was arrested, because it was clear that the conditions to allow me to be released, not to be anywhere in the occupied territories, were only to make sure that I couldn't be there in person to defend people. We know that it's working. The evil is working. The people from Wadi Sik are fleeing as we speak here. But I need you, I need everybody that hears this to go and be physically with your bodies in Wadi Sik and Rashash and Marajat and the other endangered communities.
Muhammad Matar oli yksi 7 aktivistista, jotka olivat paikalla, kun siirtokuntalaiset hyökkäsivät.
هاي الصورة ب 12/10/2023 ليوم الاعتداء علينا في منطقة وادي السيق شرق رام الله بعد حرب غزة ب4 أيام، بعد ما بدأ المستوطنين بمرحلة جديدة في الضفة الغربية ووضع برنامج ممنهج لتهجير الفلسطينيين من كل مناطق سي والسيطرة على كل مناطق سي، بحيث أنه تم تهجير أكثر من 1500 إلى 2000 نسمة من مناطق سي من التجمعات البدوية اللي موجودة في شرق رام الله. اقتادونا بالسلاح، تم تعريتنا من ملابسنا وتم تعذيبنا أكثر من 10 ساعات من الساعة 10 صباحا حتى الساعة 7:30 مساء بكل أشكال التعذيب اللي تخطى حدود الإنسانية. تم دير المي علينا أولا بحيث أن جسمنا يكون كله بقايا أغنام إن احنا نتكلم. بعدين صاروا يضربوا فينا على قفص الصدري هون وعلى قلبنا
ماشي. بعدين ضربونا على راسنا، خزقوا طبلة داننا. بعديها رجعونا على ظهرنا، صاروا يضربوا فينا على ظهرنا وعلى راسنا من هون.
You got it. Copy, copy. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Nice job, bud. Really? Oh man, I don't even want to go home. Should I just tell Scott? Yeah, take the day. Just. I know you were. Is it socked? Yep. Are they? Okay. Copy that. Thank you. I'll tell you what, Johnny, let's go ahead and do a full orbit and we'll come right back to this position here. I just want to use this opportunity to kind of get a view on the other side of these trees here. If we could do a tight orbit so we try not to let the building get too much in the way. We'll just want to see the posture of these officers behind them. More objects being thrown at those CHP officers. Good angle. Let's push all the way in there. Look at these people. They're climbing through the bushes to try and crowd the staircase. You see a whole bunch of people on the staircase with umbrellas extended all the way out here. Let's stay tight in there. Impossible to tell. I'm just trying to decipher what the next steps here are. It's impossible to tell whether there's some kind of a dialogue being exchanged here, or what the next move here is for these officers. Trying to figure out what type of tools they can employ here within their rules of engagement to try and figure out how to get to the top of that staircase and move these people out of the way. You can see about 100 people basically on that staircase making their way up the embankment there, and a whole lot of umbrellas now extended in their direction. What are those yellow things? Oh, flashlights. Those are the flashlights. Okay. Sorry, we've got a lot of flashlights. Can't help but feel like the more time they spend here, the more opportunity the rest of the protesters inside the encampment are going to have to prepare here. Even though they've been preparing all day for this moment, you just hate to take that advantage of time away from those officers if they can move quickly up that staircase and somehow eradicate this group right here somehow. It's a tricky space to work with. It's a narrow staircase that leads to the quad up top near Royce Hall, and then you've got this whole other group to the right that they still have to deal with, hundreds of people that are climbing through these bushes and making their way up towards that group of officers. That's what I was thinking. That's why I wanted to see the other side of, if they would have come up from different angles simultaneously. Yep. All right, so that skirmish line is intact. Okay. Additional officers being dropped off. This is a separate bus. This is a separate bus of officers now being dropped off, and they're walking the opposite side of Royce Hall. They're going to come around the other side. Okay. A separate group of officers, a whole nother busload of officers has just been dropped off. They're making their way to the east side of Royce Hall. All right, protesters getting ready. All right, show me the big group. Some people in custody under that walkway. All right, let's bring it back over here. That drone there does not look like a police drone. Yep, yep. All right, so that some of
the silent majority is no longer silent. This is the war.
All right. So we can all agree on one thing. F Joe Biden. How about that? Now, we are absolutely loaded today. We're going to dig into this anti-free speech, anti-Christian bill labeled an anti-Semitic bill. We're going to dig more into this. Yesterday when it was breaking, we already had other things we were covering, and we were covering live. And we were kind of just, blindsided at the rhetoric of this document, but we've been able to consume it now. The response from this across the board has been healthy, I would say. Those who have remained silent, we are not so surprised. But I mean, pretty much across the board, the response to this has been, what the hell is this? This is blatantly anti-First Amendment, anti-Christian. So we're gonna dig in more to the text, more to the response. We're gonna play this new game too. It's gonna be fun as we look at some of the commentary from politicians. Is how much did AIPAC pay them? That's gonna be a fun game. And we saw that. We started that game yesterday with Senator Blackburn, and man, she was making out like a bandit, making money, making big money from AIPAC when we were covering her response to this stuff. So we're gonna dig more into that. But I mean, I have for individuals to donate.
January 6th was wrong. If you could have the same pictures going on college campus.
Good Lord, don't make a parallel with January 6th.
You lose
For
the
some
moral
reason,
high ground.
that has happened,
though.
Okay.
That has happened.
So we know what's going on here.
Oh, Al Sharpton makes a good point. For a minute, Al Sharpton thinks consistently. Give him credit. Well, now, what's the difference? What's the difference? It's all optics. On January 6th, you saw thousands of American flag waving patriots. So you wave a flag that's an American flag. How dare you compare that to people waving Israel flags or Palestinian flags? How dare you? Don't you know the American flag is the bad guy? Don't you know? Ah. I see. Let's go to some comments from the White House here. Let's go to Korea.
Roughly 40 minutes of fuel. Sounds good. All right. This is a larger contingent, perhaps from the original squad there that are moving into the south side of Royce Hall. I think they see the opportunity for somewhat easier access than that other staircase, but it seems like they've almost divided it in half, maybe. Are they? All right. So that front line there, that front line of students appears to be putting their hands up, some of them at least, and just giving up. We'll see if they can advance through those bushes here or maybe tear down that blockade. But it looks like not much resistance from that first group of students. The students are actually removing the blockade and moving the barricade from the stairs. All right, that blockade is completely gone. The barricade is gone. A large group of CHP officers now with the freedom to move down this staircase and start ripping away, I would presume, at that plywood.
Well, we do have a great video because we recorded today. So we have a great video of fixing it up. Oh, I got hit. Give him a bucket.
Over here.
Enforcement is basically taking it apart and firing others. Firing these projectiles. There's another projectile that is just fired over the walls of this camera.
People hanging out over there.
Cuidado, cuidado.
Ok, perfecto. Dale, pues nada más dame la ID para el teléfono. Yeah, we're ready to go. Move. Hey, get out of the way, man. Let's go on the other side. No, it's not my dad, but I'm just
Yes, I am. Good morning. Yeah, I got you. I appreciate that. Hey, Pete, can you hear me? Hey, we'll queue to go to the back. It's going to be these protests are campus are playing out all over these protests playing out all over
Bueno, estamos en medio del operativo de Los Ángeles, que realmente tienen que enfrentar una perpetua lucha por varios pro-palestinos que piden un alto bagaje, justamente en la Universidad de California en Los Ángeles, conocida como UCLA. Estamos en el carril central, a un lado de lo que es la biblioteca. Poco a poco avanzan de los personajes han lanzado escritoras Stay framed, stay framed. 1 minute. No solamente confirmado con la que han sido de alguna manera tácticos, estratégicos. En un principio empezaron, como los edificios contigo, empezaron a sacar gente de la
So, George, this is an extreme thing.
llegaron aquí con el punto claro, tratar de cerrar, clausurar completamente.
Here, you're my protesters that you come outside yesterday. This was declared law enforcement firing flashbangs or protesters they have zip ties. Now I spoke with some demonstrators back against counter demonstrators. Will that hold up against law enforcement? We have to look at it. We haven't seen a lot of resistance other than standing there screaming that they don't have weapons, but still not bottles across water, smoke, fire extinguishers. But mainly watching as these protesters standing their ground after spent many days here on
El motivo de que toda la policía señal autoridad 2 minutes, guys, 2 minutes. Tenía que entrar la policía porque ya no. Trevor, 2 minutes for the peace. And it's back to George. Back up, please. Back up. Got it. 30 seconds. Get back. Get back.
Law enforcement's been putting inside here. They've been taking it apart. They asked us to see all of this over the edge of the look like in the distance, a lot of the leaders are starting to disperse. We've seen some of them with their hands up. They're methodically hundreds of people here inside this event. Now, how many of them are going to be able to get themselves up or arrested? What's considered
I'm right here, miss. I'll be right.
We aren't seeing a lot of physical skirmishes with the person who is resisting arrest. You talk about hundreds of demonstrators. It's absolutely going to play out at the same time. George. No, flashbangs. It's being fired over. We've seen a few that have been fired at people. That's the voices that you're hearing isn't gunfire, though. It's meant to distract you a bit of the dispersal technique.
Vähän yötä höysti. Kyösti, vähän vyötä löysti. Kösti ryösti öljyä pöpilän kyökistä. Yksi työkkö, se nimi on Vuokka. Yksi työkkö, sen nimi on Vuokko. Yökkö hyökkää kyökkiin, yössä möykkää, kyöstin köyttää, kyösti ärähtää. Ääliö, älä lyö, öljä läikkyy. 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 Yksi yökkö, se nimi on Vuokko. Yksi yökkö, se nimi on Vuokko. Yökkö hyökkää kyökkiin, yössä möykkää, kyöstin köyttää, kyösti ärähtää. Ääliö, älä lyö, öljä läikkyy. 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 Ääliö, öljä läikkyy. Ääliö, älä lyö, öljä läikkyy.
Yeah. But we do have a great video because we have a book today. So we have a great video of picking stuff. Oh, I got hit. Give him a bucket. Right there, look at the white one. Enforcement is basically taking it apart and firing on it. There's another projectile that was just fired over. This is one by one. Walls of this camera down.
There's some people hanging out there too.
Yeah.
Mira, está, cuidado, cuidado.